Hi guys, it's John here, Tameside Handyman. So this video is just a little information on what I require if you are booking the like-for-like replacement electric shower service. Now that's a long title, but the reason I say like-for-like is it's mainly because of the electrics. So let's start with the plumbing. For example, if we take out your old electric shower and you've bought an electric shower that is slightly newer, slightly different design, what have you, potentially there might be a little bit of plumbing to do and can get it fitted. Okay. Worst case scenario, it might be that no extra plumbing is going to help because the plumbing is in such a position that it can't be fitted due to it would require too much work, and you're going to end up with having to replace tiles and all sorts of stuff like that. So in effect, what I'm saying is get a shower that is universal fitting. I'll go into more detail about that in a minute. But the plumbing is usually less of an issue. What is very important is the electric side of things. Now, without knowing what your wiring is like and your electrics and so on and so forth, the best option, the only option as far as I'm concerned at least, is that you buy a replacement shower that is no higher in wattage than the current shower that you have. So for example, if your current shower is 8.5, 8.5 kilowatts, then you need to get nothing higher than 8.5 kilowatts as a replacement. If it's 9.5, then nothing higher than that, and so on and so forth. So generally speaking, there's somewhere probably around about 8.5, 9.5, So because it's very important, because what we don't want to do is put in, say, a 9.5 kilowatt brand new shower into electrics or cabling and breakers and so on, fuses and stuff like that that can only handle up to around 8.5. So just to be on the safe side, I will not fit anything higher than the shower power that you currently have. So I hope that's clear enough. So that's the most important part. So when you're buying a new shower, replacement shower, make sure that you check what your current shower power is. So if it's 8.5 or 9.5, do not get anything higher than that, because if you do, I won't fit it, and you might find that you end up having to get an electrician in to do some rewiring and fit new breakers and so on and so forth. So that's the most important part. Again, there might be issues around the plumbing, but again, as far as safety is concerned, that's the number one thing, the electric side. Okay, so when I say like for like, it doesn't have to be the same shower. It doesn't have to. If you've got a Triton in at the moment, you don't have to get a Triton. You can get a different make of shower, just to make that clear. So there are other manufacturers out there, but you don't have to get the same shower. And in fact, you don't have to get this, even if you've got the same make of shower, for example, a Triton, you do not have to get the same model. So you don't have to be searching, because quite often what you'll find is that your shower, if it's been in a long time, at the very least, that model will be discontinued. Okay? And I'm going to keep going on about this, but the main point is don't get anything higher than the current power of your current shower. Now, to find the current power of your shower, if you've got information on it, as in you've got your original, documents and stuff like that, paperwork, great. If not, one of the places you can quite often find it is on a sticker underneath the shower on the outside on the cover. So you just look underneath the shower, get your head underneath there. You might need to take a photograph because sometimes it can be quite small. And unfortunately, the other way to find out is to take the cover off. Now that might be not practical for everybody or safe. So, you know, please don't attempt that if you don't think you're safe and competent to do that. You would have to get somebody to do that for you. But always contact me first anyway. So, right, so going back to purchasing a shower. Once you've established you know that it's the correct wattage, the ideal solution would be to buy a universal, I believe that's what they generally call it, a universal shower. Now what that means is, let's say your electrics comes in currently on the right hand side and you buy a shower and it's only got the power connections on the left hand side. Or perhaps the plumbing again comes in on the right and the new shower goes in on the right. If you haven't got enough flexibility, give, or there's not a way to adjust those connections, then it's not going to fit. So the best thing to do is get a universal shower. Now that means that they'll have a point of power on the inside, on the right and the left, which means it won't matter where your electric cable comes in. It could be on the right or the left, and we'll be able to connect it. Similarly, if the plumbing is not coming in on the correct side, there is a point on the shower that flips over, allows you to connect either way, left or right. That doesn't need to bother you in so much as fitting, because I'll be fitting it. However, if you don't buy a universal one, we may have problems fitting it. So buy a universal one, which generally means that the power will be on both sides and the plumbing will be available on both sides. So number one, make sure it's like for like power. Okay. And number two, buy a universal fitting shower. Doesn't have to be the same make, doesn't have to be the same model, but obviously I'm not going to say it one more time. Make sure that your power that you're purchasing is no higher than the one that is currently in. And two, buy a universal shower that it says universal on it, so that it can be fitted in most instances without any disruption to your current tiling or cabling or anything like that. Hopefully that not so short video explains everything, but it's very important information before you go out and purchase a shower. Okay guys, any questions, please email me first. Take care.